Ever found yourself drawn to someone's personality but not their physical appearance? You're not alone. Welcome to the world of the attraction paradox, a place where the heart and the mind often find themselves at odds. Picture this. You meet someone who sparks your interest. They're intelligent, funny, kind, and they just get you. You enjoy their company, your conversations flow effortlessly, and you find their energy infectious. But there's a catch. You don't find them physically attractive. It's a common situation, more typical than you'd think, and it leaves many of us in a state of confusion. Attraction, you see, is a complex beast. It's not a one-size-fits-all kind of deal, it's a multifaceted phenomenon, a cocktail of elements that range from shared interests and compatibility to chemistry and, of course, physical appearance. Some might argue that looks aren't everything, while others might say that physical attraction is a crucial part of the equation. The truth is, there's no right or wrong answer here. It's a subjective matter, one that varies widely from person to person. In this world that places a heavy emphasis on physical beauty, it's easy to feel pressured into believing that you should be attracted to someone based solely on their looks. But let's face it, we're all more than just our appearances. We're a blend of our thoughts, our values, our quirks, and our experiences. And sometimes it's these aspects that draw us to someone, not their physical features. But then comes the million-dollar question: what do you do when you're faced with this attraction paradox? Do you follow your heart that's captivated by their personality? Or do you listen to your mind that's telling you physical attraction matters too? It's a tricky situation, one that requires a great deal of introspection and honesty. So what do you do when you find yourself in this situation? Stick around as we explore this conundrum. It's a journey that might just lead you to some interesting revelations about yourself and what truly matters when it comes to attraction. Attraction is not just skin deep, it's a complex interplay of many factors. You see, the magnetism between two people doesn't just hinge on outward appearances. There's so much more to it. Let's delve into the world of attraction, shall we? When we talk about what draws us to someone, we're not just talking about their physical features. Sure, it's the first thing we notice, but it's not the whole story, not by a long shot. Think about it. Aren't you more attracted to someone who makes you laugh, someone who shares your interests, or someone who understands your thoughts and feelings? That's because attraction is a multi-dimensional concept. It's a blend of shared interests, emotional connection, and yes, physical appeal. Shared interests play a significant role in attraction. They provide common ground, a starting point for conversation, and a way to enjoy time together. Imagine having a partner who enjoys the same music or books or sports as you do. It's like having a best friend and a lover rolled into one. Emotional connection, on the other hand, is the glue that holds a relationship together. It's that deep sense of understanding and empathy. It's knowing that someone gets you, that they're there for you no matter what. It's feeling safe and loved even when you're at your most vulnerable. And then there's personality, a sense of humor, kindness, intelligence, confidence. These are all qualities that can make someone incredibly attractive, regardless of their physical appearance. So where does physical attraction come into play? Well, it's just one piece of the puzzle. It's the spark, the initial pull. But it's the shared interest, the emotional connection, the personality that fan that spark into a flame, into a deep, abiding attraction. In a nutshell, attraction is more than just a pretty face or a toned body. It's a symphony of factors that come together to draw us to someone. It's about compatibility, chemistry, and connection. And remember, physical attraction, while important, is not the be-all and end-all of a relationship. There's so much more to love and attraction than meets the eye. Scene script. Personality plays a massive role in how attracted we are to someone. In the grand scheme of things, while physical attraction might be the spark that ignites initial interest, it's the personality that fuels the flame of a lasting relationship. Let's dive into why this is so important. Picture this. You're drawn to a beautifully wrapped gift. Its allure is undeniable. But what happens when you open it and find nothing inside? This is akin to being attracted to someone purely based on their physical appearance. At first it might seem exciting, but when you delve deeper and find a lack of substance, the initial allure quickly fades. Now consider another scenario. You find a gift that on the outside might not be the most attractive, but when you unwrap it, you discover something priceless inside. This is the magic of personality. It's the shared laughter, the comforting silence, the mutual respect and understanding that bind two people together. When we talk about personality traits, we're referring to those qualities that make a person unique. These include their values, their sense of humor, their kindness or compassion, their intelligence, and so much more. Shared values create a solid foundation for a relationship. When two people align on their core beliefs, it fosters an environment of mutual respect and understanding. Emotional compatibility is another crucial aspect of personality that often takes precedence over physical appearance in a long-term relationship. It's about how well you connect on an emotional level, how well you understand each other's feelings, and how effectively you communicate. Often it's the unique quirks and idiosyncrasies of a person's personality that we grow to love and cherish. They become the endearing traits that make our partner irreplaceable and our bond with them unbreakable. So, when considering a potential partner, remember this. Physical appearance might catch your eye, but it's the personality that captures your heart. It's the personality that makes you feel at home, that makes you laugh, that supports you through hard times and celebrates with you in good times. Physical beauty fades, but a good personality is forever. But let's not completely dismiss physical attraction. It does play a role. Physical attraction, while not the be-all and end-all, is still a significant factor in the formation and maintenance of romantic relationships. It's the spark that often kindles the flame, the initial pull that draws two people together. It's what makes your heart race when you see that special someone. It's that indescribable chemistry, the magnetic draw that makes you want to get to know someone better. Is it shallow to admit that physical attraction matters? No, not at all. It's a fundamental part of human nature. We are, after all, visual creatures. We're drawn to symmetry, to balance, to beauty in its many forms, and that's perfectly okay. It's okay to appreciate someone's physical appearance, to feel a sense of attraction based on that. But here's the thing, physical attraction is like the cover of a book. It may draw you in, but it's the story inside that keeps you engaged. It's the shared laughter, the mutual respect, the emotional connection that truly makes a relationship meaningful and satisfying. Physical attraction can ignite the flame, but it's these deeper elements that keep the fire burning. Does this mean that physical attraction should be the primary basis for choosing a partner? Certainly not. It's just one piece of a much larger puzzle. A relationship based solely on physical attraction is like a house built on sand. It may look beautiful, but it lacks a solid foundation. So, where does this leave us? Well, it's about finding a balance between physical attraction and emotional connection. A balance between what looks good and what feels good. It's about realizing that while physical attraction can spark a romance, it's the shared values, the mutual respect, the emotional intimacy that fuel a lasting relationship. In the end, it's not about choosing between physical attraction and emotional connection. It's about understanding that both have their place in a relationship. It's about recognizing that a truly fulfilling relationship is one that satisfies both the heart and the eyes. The key is to find a balance between physical attraction and emotional connection. So, you're attracted to her personality but not her looks. What now? This is a crossroads many of us have faced or will face at some point. It's a difficult place to be, but it's not the end of the world. You are not alone, and we're here to help navigate this tricky situation. Firstly, introspection is key. Spend some quiet time with your thoughts, away from distractions. Ask yourself why you are attracted to her. Is it her intelligence, her humor, her kindness? Or is it deeper than that? Perhaps you admire her strength, her resilience, or her passion for life. Remember, attraction is a complex blend of many factors, not just physical appearance. Next, consider what you value in a relationship. Is physical attractiveness a deal breaker for you? Or do you place more importance on emotional connection, shared interests, and mutual respect? Everyone has different needs and preferences. It's crucial to understand your own. Once you've done some soul-searching, it's time for open communication. Honesty is the backbone of any strong relationship, and this situation calls for it. Discuss your feelings with her. Explain your dilemma without blaming or criticizing. This conversation may be difficult, but it's necessary, and who knows, she might be feeling the same way. Patience, too, is essential. Don't rush into a decision. Give yourself time to process your feelings and see how the relationship evolves. Sometimes, physical attraction can grow over time as you get to know someone on a deeper level. And lastly, seek advice from trusted friends or mentors. They can provide valuable perspectives and insights. But remember, ultimately, the decision is yours. In the end, there are no right or wrong answers. Only you can decide what's best for your relationship. It's a personal journey, and each path is unique. So take heart, take your time, and trust in your ability to make the right choice. Remember, only you can decide what's best for your relationship. Every decision comes with potential outcomes, and this is no exception. Now, Let's delve into the potential outcomes of pursuing or not pursuing a relationship with someone who might not be physically attractive to you, but whose personality is absolutely endearing. You see, life has a funny way of presenting us with complex choices, and this is one of them. It's not about right or wrong, it is about what feels right for you. Let's start with the first scenario. If you choose to pursue the relationship, you may find that over time, their personality continues to shine through, making them more attractive in your eyes. Beauty, after all, is not just skin deep. It's about the shared laughter, the late-night conversations, and the comfort of having someone who truly understands you. There's a certain sweetness in falling in love with someone for who they truly are, not just what they look like. On the flip side, if you decide not to pursue the relationship, that's okay too. You might feel that physical attraction is a crucial element for you, and that's perfectly valid. Every person has their own needs and wants in a relationship, and it's important to recognize and respect that. However, it's also essential to consider that by making this choice, you might be missing out on a potentially fulfilling relationship. But here's the kicker. There's also a third outcome. You might decide to just remain friends to keep that person in your life without the romantic aspect. And that's a beautiful decision too. It's all about finding the balance that suits you best. Remember, every decision has its own set of potential outcomes, and it's up to you to weigh the pros and cons. You're the author of your own story, and only you can decide how the next chapter unfolds. In all this, one thing remains constant. Whatever you decide, remember to be kind and respectful. After all, we're all navigating this complicated world of love and relationships together. So, we've covered a lot today about the tricky situation of being attracted to someone's personality but not their looks. Let's take a quick stroll down memory lane, shall we? We kicked things off by addressing the attraction paradox, a head-scratcher of a conundrum that finds us drawn to the charisma, intelligence, and kindness of a person, yet not necessarily to their physical appearance. We dove into the depths of attraction, understanding it as a complex, multi-layered phenomenon that extends beyond the surface level. Then, we turned our attention to the importance of personality. Remember when we discussed how it's the engine that drives a relationship, the glue that holds it together, and the spice that keeps it exciting? We explored how traits like humor, empathy, and ambition can create a magnetic pull stronger than any physical attribute. But we didn't dismiss physical attraction either. We acknowledged its role as the initial spark, the first impression, the aesthetic appeal that can be a catalyst for deeper exploration. We recognized its significance, but also its limitations in sustaining a relationship long-term. Then came the crux of the matter, making the decision. This is where we unpack the process of introspection, of weighing the importance of physical attraction against the allure of an irresistible personality. We talked about how it's okay to be conflicted, to take time to reflect, and to make a decision that aligns with your personal values and desires. And finally, we looked at potential outcomes. We acknowledged the possibility of regret, of wondering what if, but also the potential for immense joy and fulfillment in choosing a partner who may not be a supermodel, but is a superstar in all the ways that truly matter. So where does this leave us? Well, it leaves us with a better understanding of attraction, its complexities, and its role in our relationships. But more importantly, it leaves us with questions to ponder, decisions to make, and conversations to start. What are your thoughts? Have you ever been in this situation? Drop a comment below and let's get a conversation going.